We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First play, first pass for Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Brady now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They run for the first time here with Rachaad White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rachaad White, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. 1st and 10. It's Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, back to Sanders. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 42. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now back to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On the ground with a tight end, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Okay, ready? Check 45. All day. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Brady going to go on fourth down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 39, Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The final shot before half for Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts escaping the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Now a carry for Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Gardner took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. That one goes for 8 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Gainwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Kenneth Gainwell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Play action, now it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 36 yards. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Brady now to throw. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
From midfield, here's Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw, Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Man open, here is Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. To throw is Brady. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll try and run it with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball. And maybe finish things off.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So time has run out on what